but it's in fact a partnership between two of the most uncompromising people in British music, Robert Wyatt and Elvis Costello, a partnership that's produced this year's most pleasantly surprising single success. It's rare that a song is received with such affection and will to make it succeed, though it's curiously taken 2 releases for this to happen. Here then is the very first showing of the promotional video for Shipbuilding.
A new winter coat and shoes for the wife, and a bicycle on the boy's birthday. It's just a rumour that was spread around town by the women and children. Soon we'll be shipbuilding. Well, I ask you, the boy said that they're going to take me to task, but I'll be back by Christmas. It's just a rumour that was spread around town. Somebody said that someone got filled in for saying that people get killed in the result of the shipbuilding. With all the will in the world, diving for dear life, when we could be diving for pearls. It's just a rumor that was spread around town, a telegram or a picture postcard. Within weeks they'll be reopening the shipyard and notifying the next of kin once again. It's always gilded. We will be shipbuilding. With all the will in the world, diving for dear life, when we could be diving for pearls.
I'd like a bit there, please. Right, Elvis and Robert, you've both been absent from the charts for a long time now. I mean,
You're telling me.
do you welcome this as a sort of opportunity to be back in the public eye again? Elvis.
Well, I'm not really, you know, it's only being asked to, on a programme like this, really, that brings me into the public eye. It's unusual for a writer to be called to account about something that he wrote a year or so ago when he didn't actually even record it himself.
Right, what about you, Robert?
Well, I've never been much in the public eye, but I just make noises, you know, and hide most of the time. I get away
Hide
with
in
it.
Spain,
That's
is that
right,
right? Yeah. But I mean, you've come
You
out.
watch the sales drop after the video. You know, oh, he looks like that. Oh, cool, you know.
But you have sort of succumbed to the pop process enough to come here for a couple of weeks and do some promo on the thing.
Yeah,
is that-
it was a good. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Well,
Wouldn't you,
why?
wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
yeah.
you? I suppose you always said, look, I've got a song for you. You know, would you do? You'd do it, wouldn't you?
If
No,
I
if
could
it was a
sing,
good
I
one,
would.
yeah, no,
if I
of
could
course,
sing,
yeah.
I would. Yeah, yeah. How did the partnership originally come about then? Did you write the song kind of just with nobody in mind, or?
Well, actually, the instigator of the whole project was Clive Langer, who
Yeah.
wrote the music and,
Right.
was one of the co-producers along with Alan Winstanley of the record. He came to me with the finished track with the melody, and said, write some words to this. And I took it away to Australia. We were on tour of Australia, and while last year's tragedies were happening, the idea of shipbuilding came into my head, and I wrote it in about 10 minutes.
Right, this is one
and
of
then
your
rang him up and said, I've written this song, I'm not entirely certain it's the song that you want, you know, because
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Did he have any picture of what he wanted from it lyrically at all?
Not really, no, he just left it up to me.
Right, and
but he had Robert in mind from the start.
He
The
did,
idea was he was writing a song for Robert, and
Yeah.
he got stuck at the point of lyrics, and
Right.
asked me to write.
Yeah, and this was one of your sort of infamous hotel room specials, was it? You know, that you...
Yes, I hope so, yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
know they were that infamous, but...
Oh, I think they are, yeah. There's a sort of idea that you languor in hotel rooms, you know, kind of
Well, yeah,
banging out songs every night.
Yeah, lurking around.
Yeah, is that in fact the case?
I don't know, I never really thought about it all that
Yeah.
much. I seem to write a lot at night,
Right.
but that's about all I remember.
Were you absent for most of the Falklands business then?
Well, we were absent, but we were getting very, very exaggerated. I think the Australian press, I hope there are no Australians here, very notorious for being very sensational. And we were hearing third-hand reports, whereas we didn't have that guy Ian MacDonald, you know, reading like he was reading
Right.
the football results
Yeah.
every day. We just had all these things. And I think they being away meant that the idea of the irony of building ships to send kids off to go and get murdered in, you know, it's not the kind of thought you would have come to mind if you'd been sitting there hearing all of these facts coldly told to you every day.
Right, so it
Perhaps
was
why I
already
wrote it.
filtered through the sort of sensationalism
Yeah.
of the Australian press. How did you feel about singing that lyric? I mean, did you...
Well, it's really good. It's tailor-made, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
I mean, it's the sort
good.
of lyric that you'd want to sing anyway.
yeah, of course. I mean, it's funny noticing in Spain the image we've got. It's sad, you know. We've got this image of a nation of homicidal maniacs, and it's not really fair, you know. I mean, it's not just, you know, they sort of think, well, football hooligans, and they see a row of glaring teeth in Gibraltar, and they just sort of, you know, we don't want that kind of image, you know.
Were you already in Spain when were you already living
well,
in
recently,
Spain
recently
when the
come
lyric
up.
kind of arrived?
Well, the thing is,
or-
it's arisen recently because of this bit of show muscle around Gibraltar, you know. So it's just this sort of.
So it's,
they're
it's
at
sort of
it
in the
again.
air in Spain.
They're at it
yeah.
again, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To what do you attribute the fact that it didn't work first time round, it didn't click, and releasing it a second time, it's got all this attention, and as I said in the intro, there's sort of a will to make it succeed, which I think is there. There's a lot of sympathy for the record. Why was that not the case first time round?
I don't know really. I think it's been taken up as a cause by a few people and championed in papers. It was championed at Christmas when everybody was doing their yearly review. I think that was quite often brought up as a record which you should have bought. And I suppose maybe they shamed some of the DJs that passed it up at last time. I don't know. More people have bought it this time. I think that's why.
Yeah, Robert, do you think it has anything to do with the subject matter, that the distance in time makes that a bit more palatable now?
I don't know. It's not a very clever answer, but I don't know.
Do you have any thoughts on that?
It could be. It could be. I wonder to what extent people instantly get that. I mean, get what it's about, or what you know.
Right.
I think people more often listen to a tune, and I think it's a credit to Robert singing that the song is filtered through on daytime radio,
Yeah.
where they usually naturally back off anything that's vaguely controversial, vaguely political,
Right.
vaguely likely to cause offence. It would only take one letter to the BBC, I think, to have the record taken off.
Do you two have any plans to do any further work together at the moment?
Well, I know that Clive and I...
Do you want to talk about it first between you?
Yeah. I know that Clive and I would like to write some more songs for Robert, and
Yeah.
just you know, you can't make it any more than that if we write
Would
songs
you
that
like
Robert
to
likes
sing
them.
them?
You know?
Yeah, if they wrote them, I'd sing them. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
You
I'm not
write and he
stupid,
sings them.
yeah.
But have you got any work of your own that you're pursuing in the meantime?
No, I haven't. I mean, that's why
No?
it's so beautifully timed. You know, I just sort of I run dry, and then this arrived. You know.
Right. What about you, Elvis?
I've just put out a single.
Right, under the title of the Imposter.
Yeah, which in a sense is perhaps lyrically related to shipbuilding. I wouldn't like to pin it onto shipbuilding any further than that. From my point of view, my input to shipbuilding, it's like
But it's a
continuation
similar
of it.
feeling of disillusionment or whatever.
Could say that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
You could
that's
say
like, yeah, you're not going to agree. And that's a trailer for your forthcoming album.
Not necessarily. That's why I put
Right.
it under the name of The Imposter. I didn't want it confused as the latest Elvis Costello and the Attraction single. I just particularly wanted it out now. It's available now until... Originally it was a limited edition. Now
Yeah.
it's out until June the 9th, and it'll be deleted. And we've got provision for a celebratory red vinyl 12-inch to be put out, you know, just in case,
Yeah.
you know.
Right. And you won't be putting out a blue one and a, you know, sort of rather indeterminate coloured one to go with the other two
We were thinking of having a sort
possibilities.
of
No.
cow dung kind of coloured one for the STP. You know.
Right. And your new album then will follow when?
July, hopefully, when the
Hopefully
lawyers stop
July.
arguing and
Right.
somewhere put it out.
Okay. Elvis Costello and Robert Wyatt. We'll talk to you later, but for now, thank you very much.